And this one night, he decided to follow. To this room she goes to before she comes to sleep. And he says, when I opened the door, the wife was naked.
What?
Seated. 3 snakes.
Oh my God.
Memfunga. Big snakes. And in her hand is a tray. On the tray is a male organ. Kitu inamuuma ni his earnings are 30 million plus, but he has no access to a shilling. Hapati hata shilingi moja. Tumekaa na yeye amebeba kabambe. Ni kabambe ama kaduda? Isimu. Na amefunga na rubber band. Amefunga na bladder. I met this man. He's a doctor, medical doctor, and a surgeon for that matter. Renowned, travels the world. He says his salary is about 30 million plus a month. That is his salary. Sasa mnaniangalia macho kubwa unasema, I wish angekuwa bwana yangu. Bana. He earns 30 million plus. But when you look at him, there's nothing to show he earns that amount. So he got married first to a woman he says was more interested in his money than him. Na wamama kama hao wako. So anasema huyu alipenda pesa yake kwa sababu akiamka leo Maria mbilo. Akiamka asubuhi, jengea mama yangu nyumba. So he says that is what she was interested in, and they had to part ways. Waliwachana. Ndoa yao ikaisha hivyo. So he got another woman, a colleague doctor. This colleague doctor, they have built a hospital together. They have built their home, an 8-bedroom house. Bedroom ngapi? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bedrooms. Sijasema rooms 8. Nimesema bedroom. Hiyo hakuna sitting room, hakuna jikoni, hakuna takataka. Na unajua nyumba zingine iko sitting room 2. Si mnajua? Kuna sitting room ya watu reja. Na kuna sitting room ya watu kama sisi. Bado hujaweka family room. Is an 8-bedroom house in this town. So because they're all doctors and they're on call, they do not know much of what goes on in the house as a man. Okay? So they have done an 8-bedroom house, and because this is my wife, this is our house, he knows little about what goes on in that house. They have a house help. And he says there's a room the wife goes to every night before she comes to sleep. But he's never bothered to find out what is in this. He's never bothered. Sini bibi yako na nyumba ni yenu. He's never bothered. And I said, no, you cannot just say you're never bothered. Half of your mind tells you, what could she be doing there? And half of your mind tells you, no, it's okay. And I say, huyu aliekewa juju. Okay? Aliekewa kababa. But huyu Mungu tunaomba siku moja na kufungulia tu akili. And this one night, he decided to follow. To this room she goes to before she comes to sleep. And he says, when I opened the door, the wife was naked.
What?
Seated. 3 snakes.
Oh my God.
Memfunga. Big snakes. And he says, it's for the first time I saw a big green snake. I've never seen a big green snake. It's a brown, white, and green snake. And in her hand is a tray. On the tray is a male organ. Duong maranga madichuo. Ilongo na ngoken. Kaman oman hadi. What is kaman? On the tray ni it doesn't a what? Is what? Penile. You ni medical term. A penile. Okay, on the tray is a penis. That is what these guys understand. Penis sio ya mama ni ya mbaba. Iko kwa tray hivi. Anazungusha. Okay? And then it says on the floor ilikuwa kichwa ya mwanamke imeshukwa piece. Okay? Alafu na vichwa ingine mbili ya wanaume. And all over the floor are pieces of human body strewn all over. Alifunga tu mlango pole pole. Atoroke. Unajua huwezi toroka? Because that is a level of spiritualism that there's nowhere you can go. Utaingia tu kwa gari hivi, kifungua amekaa hapo kando, unaenda wapi? Na ujui vile amefika hapo. This is not Nigerian. This is a true story we are handling. And he says, I just went to our bedroom. Akafungua blanket, akafanya kalala. Unajua ulali umejifunika, unasema kama siku yangu ya kukufa ni leo, basi imefika. And then he had the door open. I tell you don't even want to pull that blanket. You don't. Kitu inafanyika ifanyike tu. And the girl came and slept. And he says that night he fought through. And when it came to morning, he decided to ask, what is that I saw? And the lady said, hiyo kitu umeona ndio hiyo. And so he was interested to find out what could be going on in this house. So as days go by, the house girl requested for a pay rise. And he said, how much more do you want me to pay you? 35,000 is not enough. House girl earns 35,000. And the girl said, which 35,000? And he says, but I give mama 35,000 for your salary. Say, no, I earn 7,000. So the girl feels betrayed. And he says, so ile uchungu ikafanya atoboe siri. So siri ni kwamba kule hospitalini kuna mili ya watu wamezika kila mahali. And the man says they had to bring in ile tractor ya kuchimba, and they exhumed lots of body parts, some ni half body, lots of it from the hospital compound. Kitu inamuuma ni his earnings are 30 million plus, but he has no access to a shilling. Hapati hata shilingi moja. Tumekaa na yeye amebeba kabambe. Ni kabambe ama kaduda? Isimu. Na amefunga na rubber band. Amefunga na bladder. I tell you, kababa is real. It is real. Huyo ni mtoto wa mtu amefungwa. A surgeon, 30 plus million in a month, ako na kabudoda amefunga na blood. And as we are speaking, he should be flying to Nairobi from Kisumu, and then ameitwa Aga Khan for surgery. He has no fare to get him from where we are seated to the airport, and we have to drive him to the airport. Even the other day he came, I had to give him 500 shillings to get to the airport. Na pesa iko. Tena anaona imeletwa lakini hawezi toa. So when I hear a woman crying, oh mzee yangu amepotea hapa na side chick, iko watu wako na tabu kushinda hiyo. Hiyo yako ni kidogo. Ndio ameniweka kwa nyumba, hata ajali nywele yangu ninatengeneza. Unaona vile unakuwa mjinga polepole na ujui. Mwanaume gani hata shughuliki na bibi yake anatengeneza nywele nywele? Na watu wanaishi na shetani mwenyewe kwa nyumba. And I insist, be careful when you're choosing a spouse. So we prayed. And as we speak, the woman, I think, had a legal problem, case in court. Amefungwa for life. As we speak. After we had prayed. So at least he's handling the situation when he's out alone. But I told him, be careful. A person that has reached that level of spiritualism can visit you in the spirit anytime. Yeah, utadhani yako kwa jela na nagonana na yeye hivi. Hatuko Nigeria hapa. We are not in a Nigerian movie. I'm telling you real things that happen.
This is Legrand from Simple Generations.